How do, and welcome to Musical Chairs, where I try to introduce you all to music that you may or may not heard of, and in return, you guys share with me, I guess, your suggestions, and a lot of the stuff I have not heard before either. So we both learn from this, right? I give you some music, you guys give me some music. So yeah, I think it works out good. So today, I was going to do something else, but on my news feed on Facebook, yeah, it today is uh, let me look real fast here, guys. Hold on. I'm not very good at math, and it looks like my calculator don't work either. Okay, oh, my calculator don't work. So let's bring it up here real fast. So 2026 minus 1977 equals. Okay, today is the 49th anniversary of a song that you probably have known or have heard. It's by Ted Nugent. 49 years ago today, Cat Scratch Fever was released. It was released on May 13th of 77. 49 years ago, it came out. And he's Ted Nugent, but he's also referred to as the Nuge, which I've never heard him introduced as the Nuge. He's also referred to as the Motor City Madman, which I am aware. But the majority of the people that I know of referred to him just as simple as Uncle Ted. Uncle Ted. And he was in the Amboy Dukes before he went out on his own. And then in I think the 90s, either mid 80s or early 90s, maybe a combination of both, he was in a super group, if you will, called the Damn Yankees. Yeah. They had, I think, 2 records, and there's rumors about him or them getting back together again. So, yeah, so Cat Scratch Fever. Uh, the other one that is well known off of this is Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. And I was looking at, because I always try to give you guys the B side. So the A, so check this shit out. This is freaking classic Uncle Ted. The A side is Cat Scratch Fever, and the B side is Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. Come on! Oh my God! I did not realize that. Um, that's Uncle Ted, man. Okay, so again, we are doing the 49th anniversary of the release of Ted Nugent's Uncle Ted, Cat Scratch Fever. And the record is Ted Nugent. The record is Ted Nugent. The song is Cat Scratch Fever. So let's get into this, man. Uncle Ted, I'm gonna stop this about halfway through. I have a story. We actually met him one time. Yeah. So let's just get going to Uncle Ted. So hope you like it. It's like I said, the 49th anniversary of this release. So let's just rip it, man. Let's just fucking rip it. Now, just really fast, Uncle Ted, he has always said this is the greatest guitar lick in the history of rock and roll music. I don't know if it's the greatest guitar lick or not. It's up there. It's up there. But I don't think it's the greatest. So let's go ahead and go back, because someone has suggested that I do this. So let's go ahead and go back. Now, God, I'm all choked up here. Man, oh God, I swallowed and tried to talk at the same time. Excuse me. Okay, so when Ted plays, he has a raccoon tail that's attached to his belt. God, excuse me. And I'm really, really choked up, man. I'm choked up. And that is like his trademark later on in his records. We saw him once. He opened up for Kiss. Can you imagine that shit? It was Kiss, 1974. It was their first reunion farewell tour, the original, the four original. So, Ace, Peter, Gene, and Paul, of course. And we saw them down at the Palace of Auburn Hills in Michigan. It's a suburb of Detroit. And Uncle Ted, he came out when it was his time to play. He came out on a fucking buffalo. A buffalo. He comes out with a buffalo, a bow and arrow. I believe he had on a Native American Indian war feathers hat or thing. And then he shot his bow across the stage at a target. I mean, dude, that's Uncle Ted. But yeah, so we did see him once, and great show. So yeah, so let's get back. It'll be on my fucking thumbnail. A little wink. All right, Uncle Ted, man, Uncle Ted. But the lyric where he says, "I got it from some kitty next door," on the live version he says, "I got it from some pussy next door." Cat scratch fever. What's the slang word for? You know what? Yeah, you can figure this out. So the story that I have, and I know you're like, oh Jesus Christ, another story. But this is kind of cool. The wife was back in the day. There was a record store called Harmony House, and she was the store manager. Well, Uncle Ted, he lived in Jackson, outside of Jackson, Michigan at the time, and he was putting out the record called The Wild. that has the song called Fredbear on it. Well, each manager, of course, the record people and all this shit, but the uh, store managers and music stores got 2 tickets to go down to Uncle Ted's for a barbecue. Okay, so I'm like, fucking A, man, meet Uncle Ted. So, and what we had to do is, if I remember, if I remember, I know this for a fact. We had to meet because his house was on a wide, had like a private driveway. It's really long, like a 1-car driveway. So instead of people trying to come and go, you had to meet at a church outside of Jackson, give them or show them your ticket or tickets for that matter. Get on a shuttle bus, and the shuttle buses would take you to his house. So as you pulled up to his house, his house was here. He had a pole barn in front right, which all of his fucking cars were all parked there. And if you know Uncle Ted, he's into hunting, so he has the guns, he has the archery, he shoots animals. So in his house, he had all these wild animals, up there, the heads, the trophies. So his son was going to a prom. His son, I don't know his son's name. I'm sorry, but he was going to the prom. So the garage door opens up. So you had a, like I said, when you come in, his garage was here, the house was here, so it was like an attached garage, and then a pole barn over here with all of his cars. The fucking door opens up to the garage, and the kid, who's 18 or 17 for his senior prom, is taking Uncle Ted's Corvette. I mean, come on, seriously. So he comes out in his tux, his son, not Uncle Ted. And then there was a sign when we came up. They had a big, like a circus tent, and that's where the actual food was at. And then Fox 47 out of Lansing was there, and they had a sign that says, "By you being here, you consent to your picture being used on film promotions, whatever the case might be." So as we're walking up, there's a line, of course, to get into the tent there, and they had these traditional serving dishes that you would see like at a graduation buffet, whatever, and they had place cards in front of them. So I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be chicken, it's going to be hamburger, hot dogs. Boy, was I wrong. It was wild game. And those little place cards in front told you what it was. He had alligator, he had beaver, which tastes kind of like spicy pork. He had duck, he had buffalo, he had other shit that wasn't like hamburgers, hot dogs, or chicken, okay? It was like animals. So, long story short, we ate at McDonald's going home. Because all I had was, I tried some of the freaking beaver. Like I said, tastes like spicy pork. That's all I had. I'm like, I'm not trying the buffalo. I'm not trying. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. But no, thank you, man. No, thank you. And then one other thing too is he had like that was me. I just hit the desk. He had a shooting range set up with just a 22 Luger pea shooter kind of thing. And I believe each magazine, I think, held 8 rounds or 10 rounds. I don't recall. Well, let's say 8 rounds. So I fired all 8. And before I started shooting, he goes, "Have you ever shot before?" I'm like, "Well, I was in the Marine Corps." And he goes, and he half jokingly elbow, "So have you shot before?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I have." So I shot eight rounds. We only saw 7 holes in the target. He goes, "I think you hit the same hole twice." So, yeah, that was my Marine Corps training kicking in. And I forgot to do this again. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I gotta start saying that in the front, but I keep on forgetting. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Yeah, so that was Uncle Ted. Not who I was going to do today, but I saw, like I said, on my news feed on Facebook that it was the anniversary of Cat Scratch Fever. I could not do that. So I hope you liked it. Hope you liked my story about Uncle Ted. And then someplace out there, oh, and then we had this Z24 Cavalier that got rear-ended by some idiot woman that was reaching down to fucking change her radio station. Rear end of the car. Her car had a fucking scratch on it. Ours was totaled. Well, someplace in the world is a picture of me and the wife, my cousin Mark, rest in peace, with Uncle Ted. I don't know where it's at. It's probably long gone by now. But somewhere out there, there's a picture of me and Uncle Ted with the wife and cousin Mark. So it was a fun time, except for the fact that we had to stop coming home to get something to eat because we weren't going to eat that stuff that he had. I should have known Uncle Ted. Being a hunter, he eats deer, venison. He eats all that kind of stuff. That it would not be your typical barbecue, and it wasn't. So, again, thank you for lasting until the end here. If you liked it, please share with your friends. Would appreciate it. And yeah, until we meet again, bye bye.